Hey guys, welcome back to our channel Get Placed Soon. Also welcome to the episode 23 of Leetcode SQL50 challenge. In the previous videos, we have covered a lot of problems and a lot of topics, but in the sorting and grouping, we are just left with two problems that we are going to cover today. So getting started with the first problem that we have, biggest single number. So the question is pretty simple. We have a table called my numbers. It has only one column, numbers. Okay. Now we are supposed to find the biggest single number. First, let's understand what is a single number. A single number is a number that appeared only once in the my numbers table. Okay. So if a number is there only present once, it is a single number. And out of those single numbers that we extract, we are supposed to find the biggest one. Okay. And if there is no single number, we are supposed to return null. Okay. So here we have my numbers table. We have 8 multiple times is present. So 8 is not a single number. 3 multiple times present, 3 is not a single number. We are left with 1, 4 and 5, 6. So these are single numbers. Out of 1, 4, 5, 6, 6 is the greatest number. So we are supposed to return 6. Okay. So we have one more example also here. You can see we have 8 multiple times, 7 multiple times and 3 multiple times present. And there is no single value. That's why we will return null. Now let's see how to write SQL code for these type of problems. So here we are using a subquery. First, let's understand why we are writing a subquery. In the subquery, first thing we are doing is we are grouping by number. When we are grouping by number, if like this duplicate values will be grouped by. So 8 2 times will be grouped, 7 2 times, 3 3 times. So we will come to know how many times the same thing is present when we group by. Okay. And so we are selecting the column num. From the table my numbers, we are grouping by. So when we group by, we can know how many times that number is present. Now we will remove all those which is having the count more than 1. We will only see having count of num is equals to 1. We will only consider the single number. So this subquery is focusing on calculating the single number. So once we get the single number from the subquery, we can write the outer part of code. We are selecting maximum of what we get from this subquery. Okay. We will find the maximum number and we will return as the column name as null. Okay. From the table name. That's it. As simple as that. So this problem is also quite simple to solve. I hope you understood. In the subquery, we are figuring out the single numbers. Once we get the single number in the outer query, we are finding the maximum of them by using the max function. So we have used two functions. One is count function and max function. I hope you understood this. If you have any doubts, make sure you comment below. Now moving ahead with the next question that we have. Customers who bought all products. This is the last question under the topic sorting and grouping. Okay. So in this problem, customers who bought all products, you can see there are two tables. Customer table and product table. In the product table, it has product underscore key, which is also present in the customer table, customer ID and product key. Now this table may contain duplicate rows and customer ID is not null. Now let's understand the question. Here we are supposed to report the customer IDs from this customer table who bought all the products present in the product table. Okay. Let's look at an example. In the product table, you can see there are two products, product 5 and product 6. We just have two products. And in the customer table, you can see there are 3 customers, customer ID 1, 2 and 3. Now let's see, the customer ID 1 has bought item 5 and item 6. The customer ID 3 also bought item 5 and item 6. But the customer ID 2 bought only 6. The customer ID 2 didn't buy item 5. So we will return customer ID 1 and 3 because they have bought all the products that are mentioned in the product table. Right? Now let's see how to write this code. So whatever is supposed to mention in the result, we will write in the select, right? So select customer ID, this column from the table customer. We are grouping by the customer ID because multiple products the customer ID might buy, right? That's why we group by the customer ID. When we group by customer ID, we can see what all items the customer has bought. Now we are using this having clause, having count. We are comparing these two. So distinct product underscore key. when you do distinct product underscore key, why we are using distinct is the customer might bought the same product multiple times. Now, for example, if you are using some item, you might bring the same item multiple times. You might buy the same item multiple times. That's why we are using the distinct keyword. Distinct product ID greater than or equal to. Again, we are counting number of products present in the shop. So select count of product key. This is the column name from the product table. So there are two tables, right? So from the product table, we are just checking how many products are there. And then we are checking distinct product underscore key in the customer table, so that we will understand when we are doing customer ID group by, for each and every customer, we will see how many product IDs distinct that he has used. If it is greater than or equal to all the products, then he has used all the products, right? So those customer ID will be returned who has used all the product that I mentioned in the product table. So please don't confuse. In this query, we are just counting how many products are present in the product table. For example, we have two product IDs, 5 and 6. Okay, so this should return some value, 2 value, so that it should enter into the result. So I hope you understood the question. I hope you understood the problems that we have solved today. But still, if you have any doubts, make sure you comment below. Thank you so much for watching till the end. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel. Please support us. Bye bye.